everybody. Tammy's off camera because we're going to the movies and she's been too lazy putting makeup on, so she won't let me swing the camera over. I'll just move it just a little bit. You can catch a little shint effect. No.
I will knock the crap out of you.
You heard that threatening behavior, right? Okay.
They probably all will clap when I do too.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Some of them might miss me, but very few. Very few. John Noel Hall. Could you do a video on tube feeding? I've got a couple of them out there. Just search for tube feeding under this whatever you want to call it, thread, and you'll find it. Sienna Plays. I did a video on French Bulldogs with red eye glow, and she says, or Sienna says, it's called cherry eye. My French Bulldog is having surgery for it. Well,
that's a total different thing.
It is. It is. Yeah. So cherry eye is where you have a third, what's called a nictating member, a third eyelid that comes up from the corner, and what happens is it can pooch out and look very sore, and so there's a couple of treatments for that. That's cherry eye. The red eye glow, this is a different thing. That's to do with dogs that carry chocolate.
And cherry eye is very easy to fix.
Right.
No surgical thing, nothing. Just
well, sometimes you go to surgery.
Well, it depends on how bad it is. And
right.
If it's real bad, I've never seen one real bad.
I have.
Okay.
How do you keep your pups from aspirating when drinking milk? You can't. Just let them get on with it. You can't. What we do is this.
Stay with Mama 24/7, and you won't have half that problem.
Well, that's right. So part of this is if you put puppies away from mum and you just put them in there every 3 hours, they're in desperate rush to drink and fight.
Mama's build up bukus of milk.
And mum has got lots of milk pressure, exactly. So if you can leave babies and mums together, then they're draining mum all independently at different times, and it helps this problem. But here's the deal: nothing you can do about it other than that. Have some Clavamox on hand, so if you get a dog that starts to get a rattly chest, doesn't go away, you can treat what can be secondary pneumonia, which can be really a bad situation for puppies. Sean, abomination of the breed. We're talking about Rango, who's producing, by the way, some actually gorgeous puppies. Not pure, no matter how you can explain it. Well, look, Sean, you need to learn a little bit about DNA, dude. Here's the deal. You think that a single gene that could cause a particular color is going to completely upset the dog, right? You know, the whole dog world. I mean, it's just a crazy thought, you know, it just doesn't make any sense, right? There's 30,000 genes in a dog, and you're talking about one gene that you think is so significant. There's a lot of genes that are significant in terms of a dog's health, and the blue color is probably not one of them. But there's my take on it. Okay. So we've got somebody here, CJ Sales, who's seen my video on how to flush a dog out, or at least how to try to stop an unwanted pregnancy. So he wants to know the specifics of how you flush the dog out. Well, the answer is go get yourself a turkey baster. Or you can go get one of these human feminine douche products like Summer's Eve or Massengills, which is probably the simple way of doing it. Basically, that comes with a bag and a tube with holes in it, and you're just going to pass that inside the dog as far as you can get it, and you're just going to gently squeeze the bag so it flushes out everything that's in there. It's just as simple as that. Gosh, long. I have to read that one later. I can't hear the quantity of vinegar. We're back to this business with the douche thing. The quantity of vinegar. Well, I don't know what it is for Massengills. Probably 10 to 1, 5 to 1. It's not going to be critical whatever you do. You don't want to go straight vinegar because that might be pretty uncomfortable because it is dilute acetic acid. But 5 to 1, 10 to 1, those numbers will be fine.
The animals are back out.
Yep, so aren't they? Some longhorns out here.
Painted ponies. And buffaloes. The buffalo were able to stay out.
So the guy who's asking about the mix of the vinegar says, I had my female and male on separate sides of me. I got up and they were locked behind me. How did it happen? Oh my God.
Not watching.
Well, it's like,
that's how it happened.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the same room and you went to sleep. That's what happened. You know, when you start to have kids who are in that 16, 17-year-old age, you got to watch.
Don't turn your back.
Don't turn your back. Don't turn. That's right, Tammy. Right. Don't turn your back on it because they're sneaky little buggers.
I tell you what, when Chanel did long-haired Chihuahuas, the little stud dog. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you weren't Johnny on the spot, he was mounting somebody and they were hooked up.
He'd try and mount me.
It'd be 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Right.
That was crazy.
Sibo says, how soon can you use the relaxant pregnancy test? Day 30 after AI works really well. They say you can do it before that. I wait till day 30. It works well for me. So someone said, love your channel. How can I find DNA colors and hair length of my French Bulldog? Well, the answer is you go to one of the 4 testing houses. There's about 5 of them. We use Animal Genetics out of Tallahassee, Florida. UC Davis, VetGen, Paw Prints, Embark. They all do these tests. We've always used Animal Genetics and had good luck with them, and they've been pretty quick. VetGen's
been a couple of times they made a mistake and we were able to catch it because we knew exactly what our DNA is, both our stud and female. So we sent it, told them that we need to redo it again. They did it and did it correctly.
Yep, right.
But I mean, they're all human. UC Davis makes mistakes too, so.
Vet said no heat source in whelping box because mum has a fever of 102.7. I was missing 1 placenta and assumed that that was causing her temp. I was only using 1 heat pad in a huge kiddie pool. I decided to put it back in, blah, 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 blah. Mum started leaving the box for longer periods of time. Leaving the box for, yes, right. Oh, well, there's nice things. Somebody says my breeder supply has a great solution to this in their whelping system. Well, that's correct. Look, despite what your vet said, well, look, here's the problem. A dog with a temperature of 102.7, that is a seriously not well dog. So I'm hoping you've got some antibiotics and other things on board, and whether she's even able to nurse the puppies when she feels that crappy. But if she is, great. So the next thing is that if you don't have a heat source for puppies, you're going to be in trouble. Admittedly, mum's got a temperature of 102.7, so she's great. Is in trouble. She's a great heat source, but she may not want to be in there. She may leave and decide she wants to be somewhere else. So what do you do? Well, you know, I don't like heat lamps. I've talked about that quite a bit as to why I don't like them. I don't like heat pads because it's underneath mum, and in your case, she absolutely doesn't need it.
And she can chew the cord up.
Yep. Our solution is that we manufacture a heat tape that goes under the periphery of whatever you're using, which even could be the kiddie pool, and you put a pig rail up on that area as well. So the area under the pig rail is heated. The puppies find that area. It's not heating mum up at all, and the puppies are safe in an area that is nice and warm and where they can't get squished. So there's your answer. That's what you should do. Hey, maybe you can find that product on mybreedersupply.com, by the way. How many minutes are we into this? Can you breed more with pied and end up with healthy pups? Yep, absolutely. There's no reason not to at all. Alright, so someone's asking about how do you spin blood down using a ceiling fan. So what I do is I collect blood in 1 ml syringe. I then squirt that blood back into the needle guard, that little clear needle guard. Make sure it doesn't have a hole in it. Some of them have a hole, blow on it to make sure there's not a hole in it. But if there isn't, you put the blood back in that. That is your collection vial. It's very easy to see the separation when you're finished.
You've got a video on that.
I do. Take some electrical tape, wrap it around that little collection tube, and then put the ceiling tape and slip it, clean off the top area of your ceiling fan and stick it to the top of your ceiling, not the bottom because it'll peel off, to the top of your ceiling fan, stick it up really good, and then what happened is that tube is now hanging down off the ceiling fan, and then when it starts to spin, it goes up like this, and then when it stops spinning, it comes back down, so the blood doesn't spill out of it. Boy, it's great. You've got to spin it for quite a while, 20, 30, 40 minutes on the high to get it done, but it does work. And that is your allotted time, because Tammy and I are fixing to go watch. What are we going to watch, Tammy? The Kingsman.
Yep.
The Kingsman movie. We'll give you we're going to start doing cinema reviews too, right?
Yeah.
We'll do cinema reviews from here on out. That's all we're going to do. So quit the channel. It's all cinema reviews from now onwards. No. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet.
I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.